同志们好。
Here we go.
Yes.
Here come the Chinese.
Here comes China. I'm not supposed CCP, you know. Yeah. I'm representative of the 1.4 billion people, you know. Yeah. Okay. I will talk about the relationship between the North Korea troops appear in Ukraine. Yes. Okay. You know, the last week, the North Korea troops appear in the Ukraine battlefield.
Did they?
Yes. Yes, it's the truth.
Is it?
That's the truth.
Where?
United States.
Where's the evidence?
They have the video already on the BBC. In Russia is a training in Russia and will go to the approaching to the Ukraine battlefield.
How do you know?
Why they go to Russia? Why they go to Russia? Yeah, you know.
Training exercise.
Yes. Let me finish. Okay. The North Korea troops already in Russia and they will go to the Ukraine battlefields. And my topic is today is what's the relationship between the North Korea troops in Russia and the Israel airstrike the Irans. What's the relationship between those two countries? Okay, North Korea send the troops to the Russia and will to battle against the Ukraine. That demonstrates the Russia already tired of the Ukraine wars. After 3 years attrition wars in Ukraine, and as the beginning of the Ukraine wars, as the 2022 February, Ukraine is not the finding independent. They are fighting with a coalition with the United States, with the UK, with the whole Europe. Why? All the people you know that in the Ukraine, the United States general is training the Ukraine soldier. And UK as well send the retired soldier and the retired general to training the retired, but retired. Yeah, of course, retired is still the military personnel. Okay, and it's the beginning of that. At the beginning of the Ukraine wars, the NATO coalition war against Russia in the Ukraine war. It's a NATO coalition.
Who's winning this war?
Who will win?
Who is winning? Who is winning now?
Now I think so. At the beginning of Russia is winning, but now it's balance. They are equally. Yeah, it's a balance. Yeah.
So suing for peace.
So now Russia is tired of the Ukraine wars. This is the attrition. It's an attrition war in the Ukraine. So that's why the North Korea sent the troops to help the Russia. And in the 1950s, in the Korea Wars, you know, the China sent 1 million Chinese troops to the Korea Peninsula in the beginning as the 1950s. Why? Can you identify who is a Chinese, who is North Korea by yourself?
Kimchi.
No one can identify the Chinese people and the North Korea peoples. So, you know, the next one is possibly China send the troops by the North Korea military uniform to war against the Ukraine in the Ukraine battle war. So, yes, I believe you have been here for a long time. And I tell you that there is two groups fighting each other. China leads China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea coalitions. Fighting with the United States leads the NATO coalitions, right? The two groups fight each other. They are, I believe, and the beginning of the Ukraine war is already starting point of the World War III. It's not the Russia fight with Ukraine. There's a Russia backed up by the China, Iran, and North Korea, fighting with Ukraine backed up by United States, UK, and Germany, France, whole European Union, and NATO groups.
But aren't,
So it's
aren't they withdrawing that support? The Germans not keen anymore. The British not really that keen anymore.
They already won.
The Spanish not keen.
They got to fund
The
Israel.
Italians not keen.
they get the money, they get the financial support from the Europe, from the United States. So I will talk about why the Saturday night, yes, the Friday night, the Israel airstrike attacks the Iran in Tehran, the military targets. Why they do this at this time? Because they are distracting the Ukraine wars. You know, Russia is very tired. Russia lack of the financial support and the weapon support. So Russia is very tired of the Ukraine wars. Why? So Russia is need help. The help from the North Korea, help from the China, and as well help from the Israel. Israel attack Iran, attack Tehran. As the Friday night is distract the battlefield pressures in the Ukraine wars. They want to help the Russia to get advantage in the battlefield in the Ukraine wars and distract the world focus on the North Korea troops appear in the Russia. They want to change the people's focus on the Middle East to weak the effect, the impact in the Russia correlation with North Korea and China. That's why there is two incidents, two things happened in the last week. One is North Korea troops appear in Russia and help Russia to fighting with NATO. It's not Ukraine, it's NATO. And the second one is Israel attacked.
Why would China help
You've got
Russia?
more conspiracies than Piers Corbyn.
Why would China help Russia? What's in it for China?
China and Russia is a strategic partners for a long time.
Yes, but
So over 20 years.
Korean.
North Korea.
yeah, well, why
So
North Korea help?
why? You know
Why
why?
North Korea sending now? Why didn't they
Well,
send
you should have
before?
said they're Chinese in disguise. Just wearing North Korean uniform.
First is North Korea send the troops, send the military soldiers to the Ukraine wars.
Why
Maybe the
now?
And
Americans are
later,
going to say that.
the China will send soldiers,
Okay,
but
okay.
by will form the
In the east of Russia,
yeah.
lots of people also look Korean or Chinese. If you're from Kazakhstan or you're from Siberia, many people there look Chinese as well. In fact, there are also many Chinese and Korean ethnic people there.
They are not trained soldiers. They're just normal people.
Okay.
They're just normal peoples.
Okay, I'm just saying, what they're saying is Korean.
Yeah.
They're just people from Russia.
The people from Russia, yeah, probably. But Russia have the relationship with yeah. Before Russia, no. Most of the Russia,
He's
yeah.
Chinese. He looks
You said there's a Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, right? Those people looks like the Chinese people, but that's their language, their ethnics is totally different. Totally different. They are not
I'm saying,
training.
So maybe the Americans are inventing the story to present the idea, look, the Chinese or the North Koreans are here, when actually they're just Russian or
Probably means the president of the Putin has already accepts that they admit that is North Korean troops in Russia. The Putin
He hasn't said
the
they're gonna
demonstrate,
break.
yeah, verified. The Putin verifies that the news is true. Putin is true. Putin side was the president of the Russia. Yeah. Putin side, that's our business. That we would like to invite the Russia, the North Korea people come to our countries to training and to fighting or support our logistic, support our soldiers, support our armies. But they are verified already by the president of the Russia. This is news. It's truth. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's the truth. That's true. And I'm talking about that next step. Probably, I tell you the story. In the 1950s, the beginning of the Korea Wars, the China sent 1 million troops direct to the North Korea, help the North Korea. But what they do, in that time, China is poor. North Korea is totally destroyed by the coalition of the United States. So they don't have any uniform to give China. So China cannot have the North Korea military uniform. So what they have done, they take off all the signs on the uniform. Everything, the budget, the numbers, everything, and the plan clothes, plan military clothes uniform go to North Korea. So North Korea, the United States people, United States Army fighting with the Chinese Army, but they don't know who are they. Nothing. There's no identify on their body. Nothing. No budget. No number. Nothing. So they are Chinese troops. They're Chinese troops, 1 million or 2 million.
How do you know?
That's a history. That's a history. That's a verified history. Okay. Oh yes. And how long was that? How long was that? I will finish that. I will finish that.
12.5 minutes.
And yes. And the next stop is a possibility. That's a possible. As the Chinese people, they put into the North Korea uniform, goes to the battlefield with the Ukraine war. That's a highly possibility. Yeah, but you know, North Korea is a dependent country of China. They don't have they cannot affordable for the long-term wars. That is also how to say that. That is first. Yeah, okay, no problem. And I'll talk about Israel and Iran. You know why last week Israel outstruck Iran?
They got bored.
That's the times Israel won't distract Ukraine war and the North Korea troops in Russia. All the wars focus on the North Korea. Yeah, let's distract. They want to move the focus from the Russia to the North Korea to the Middle East. Yeah.
This was on the BRICS conference.
So
if there's any distraction, it's from that, not from Ukraine.
Stretching it. The connection.
No, the North Korea troops start to the Ukraine war. That is a demonstrate. There's a world war. It's not the regional conflict.
When you say these things,
Yeah, that is the regional.
when you say these things, they're assertions, right? You're making a lot of assertions. Now, nothing wrong with making assertions, but when you make assertions, you need to say, and I believe, blah, blah, blah. Because this, but this, I believe. That's what you need to say, because that's what you're doing. What you're speaking is to say, this is a fact.
It's hard facts.
And you don't know that fact. You're stringing together what you think is happening, which is fine. It's just it's an argument, it's a belief.
What I'm saying is based on the fact and do some forecast. Do based on the fact and as you know that the North Korea troops appear in Russia for training for the battlefield. That is a fact. That's a fact.
How do you know that?
You know
BBC.
BBC, yeah. BBC and the
A lot of
Russia.
people don't believe BBC.
No, the Russia president Putin already verified the news. Putin is verified. Yeah. Putin what put inside? Putin what put inside? Put inside we invite the North Korea troops to our countries to help us. That's our business. If the verified the North Korea troops are already in Russia,
It doesn't
verified.
mean they're going to go
That's,
to Ukraine.
this not all this our business. Our business is not your business, right? That's a verified. And what's happen? Will happen in the next step? Obviously, they will replace the Russia troops and send more Russia troops to the battlefield front lines
How many people did
in Ukraine.
How many people did North Korea send?
About about 10,000 people. 10,000, yeah.
Okay, if it comes true in the next few weeks, you can say, I said this because of this, and I was right. But at the moment, it's just assertion.
Just a guess.
It's just saying, television said this. We've all seen that on the news. So you
Yeah.
need to clarify that. Is it just your belief? Or I've seen this and I believe it's true, and this is why I think it's going to happen. That's what you need to do. Sorry to be.
We talk about the future, so we cannot see that is a fact.
Exactly.
It's not facts, but all the analysis and focus are based on the facts. Okay, we don't talk about this. We talk about Iran and Israel. Israel and Iran. Israel attacked Iran in the last week. The first one is Israel already make ready to war against Iran in the Middle East. They want to open the second Middle East theaters in Iran. I talk about that. The China lead the Russia, Iran, and North Korea. The groups fighting with the United States lead NATO groups in the Ukraine war. And the next one should be the Middle East theaters, Iran and Israel, fully conflict. Now, Israel is already openly to public to say that they would like to fight. They make a public announcement that Israel will attack the Iran, attack Tehran. What that means? They are public announce a war against Iran.
Michael wants to go home.
That's right.
Michael wants to go home.
This is a war announcement.
He wants to go home to.
Well, what if the Iran retaliation? The wars will happen, right? And Israel was backed support by the United States. Obviously, United States President Biden already do announcements that says Trump. No. Biden. Yeah. Yes. Do not distract me. Okay.
It'll be over just like that. Just like that.
And the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer says, we hope the Iran do not do any retaliations. But Iran is not the countries to keep silent. They will do that. They will do some things. They will do some things maybe next week, maybe next month. But Israel public announced that I will attack Iran, Tehran. That is a war announcement against Iran. And that is second Middle East theaters open. So